Hey there. It's January 17th. Um, I believe it's Sunday. So I believe this is officially now my um, entire week at the hospital. Um, this time last week was pretty damn scary. And, you know, made some pretty good gains. For example, I am now only on 2 liters of oxygen per minute. And so that's a good thing. You know, a couple of days ago, I was still on 6 or 7. And probably when I came in, I was probably at around 9. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at my file later on. Anyways, so I just wanted to give a quick update. My numbers are in the 90s. The way I'm projecting, there's a good chance I could be out of here in about 2 or 3 days. But then recovery starts, because right now I have the lungs of a 80-year-old that's been smoking for 50 years. So yeah, not too happy about that. Anyways, so I wanted to talk a little bit about, just the day-to-day, everything that happens around here. Give you a quick view of the room. So, there's the front. There's the bathroom that I still haven't been able to go use. Recliner I haven't sat in. Chair I haven't sat in. Sink I haven't used. There's all my life support stuff over there. And my pee-pee bottle. Anyways, this is basically where I've spent the last, 7 days. Now, this room, I was just talking to one of the nurses, and I'll get to the nurses in a minute. I was just talking to one of the nurses, and, she gave me a quick overview. Currently, they have 4 floors of COVID cases. Each floor encompassing about 40 beds. So there's about 160 cases just here in Cherokee Northside and climbing. And those are just the people who are actually hospitalized. And so, anyways, of course, the worst case is the ICU, and so like I said, we're at 160 beds right now. I am in the lowest level, and even though it's weird, even though I am technically hospitalized, I am still in the lowest level. So that means there are quite possibly 75% of the COVID cases that are in this hospital right now are worse than me. And I feel pretty shitty. So that gives you an idea of how shitty this stupid thing is. Anyways, and I'm in an overflow room. This room is actually it's like a post-op room. You're only supposed to be in here 5-6 hours, and then off you go. But they had to convert these into actual COVID rooms, and because of that, you are basically isolated. That's it. You don't see anybody all day. Your nurses come in, they do their thing, and then they're out. Because they got all their cases that they got to work with. So who's on staff? Let's talk about that. Took some notes. Got a lot of time on my hands. So the number one person is your nurse. That's basically it. So there's a status board up here. That shows you. They don't always update it, but that's okay. But it shows you who your nurse is, you know, and that person is responsible for you, basically, keeping you alive, keeping your meds up, keeping you comfortable, so forth and so on. That's your nurse's job. And I've made just a quick generalization. None of these are one is better than the other, stuff like that. But I have noticed that there are three distinct types of nurses that I've experienced. Because I think right now, let me see, 14. So I've had probably eight different nurses over the past 7 days, because you got a day nurse and a night nurse. And comforting. So you got that one nurse that's very comforting, you know, almost like a mom, comes in, takes care of you, talks to you, soothes you. And then you have the more stoic and timely nurse, you know, that comes in, checks on you. Is it meds time? Is it this and that? A little more rigid. And then you have the accommodating nurse, which is almost like the comforting nurse, but, you know, more, you know, they know you're kind of, I guess they switch to this when you're really not needing as much care. But I will tell you this, all three of those characteristics, the minute the shit hits the fan, they snap into action and they become freaking super nurses. You know, doing whatever it takes to get the job done. I have a situation where I was having to do something, and my O2s had dropped all the way to 65, and while the nurse was rubbing my back, helping me calm my breathing, this and that, she had like one finger on the, hey, I need some help here. Respiratory nurse came in with a breathing treatment. I mean, these people are amazing. If anybody ever talks bad about a nurse, you're a jerk. Okay. Then there's a tech nurse, and the tech nurse and your shift nurse, they kind of work side by side, and a lot of times they're both on the same level of nurses. Like there was one just pulling an extra shift, and she was just pulling a shift as a tech nurse last night. They do your vitals, assist you with anything, your pee-pee poo-poo when you gotta go, a lot of patient maintenance, stuff like that. And but still just super personable, super helpful, you know, when it comes to switching it into gear. And then there's some who are just basic tech nurses. Like I've had a couple of tech nurses that were pretty new. You can tell they're pretty new, fresh faces. Then you get your respiratory technicians and nurses and stuff like that. And they're the ones that come in and do the breathing treatment, talk to you about, you know, what you need to do to improve your lung capacity and so forth and so on. They talk you through your medicine and stuff like that. Then, and those people are great. Your respiratory technicians and nurses and stuff are just amazing. And let's see, there's labs. Then you got people from labs. And to quote my daughter Veronica, they're just vampires, and they're feeding off of your blood. No, kidding. Don't want to start no weird conspiracy theory of weirdos. Anyways, yeah, they're just, you know, they come in and do all your blood work. You know, I got all kinds of holes and stuff stuck in me. Then you got your IV tech. And let me tell you, I had a problem with my IV. It was starting to lump up right here because there was probably some kind of blockage. And she came in and completely shifted everything to my left arm. And I mean, these people are amazing. Then you got your maintenance and housekeeping, and they come in and clean up your room, tidy things up. But remember, the whole time you are isolated. You're here, you're by yourself all day long. So I'm gonna do a quick video on some, if you're ever hospitalized with this shit, what you should maybe decide to pack that'll help you survive. Okay. And then of course you got your pulmonologist. In my case, it's a pulmonologist, and that person has been great. You don't really see them. I didn't see my pulmonologist until maybe 2 days ago for the first time, because I think they're sitting there collecting data, and then when they finally can sit down and talk to you about what's going on with you, that's when they come in to see you. So it's not like the doctor comes in to see you every day. That's not how it works. Maybe in the movies, not here. But yeah, so mine has been great. Anyways, those are the people that have been treating me. Nurses, unbelievable. They are so amazing. You know, I mean, I just call this button, ding dong, and they're here as soon as they can be. Especially the night nurses. They're like, please, we're bored. We got 12 hours of doing nothing. So, but very willing to sit there and listen. This one nurse in particular that I had, when I was going through this very 2 days ago, very rough time. You know, very low moment. And it was because, you know, I had to poop. My oxygen dropped. My breathing started acting up, and I had to get a lung treatment right away. And whatchamacallit, it was not a good day for me. And so I just turned off all the lights and just curled up in bed and didn't want to see anybody or talk to anybody. And she still came and checked on me, came to talk to me, you know. So, all right, I'm out.